When it comes to the INFJ personality type and their romantic preferences, there may not be a major difference between the genders. However, when you take a closer look, there are some non-negotiables that only the INFJ man sets as their romantic standards. Things that INFJ women may even overlook entirely, and some that they both take very seriously. So, what does the INFJ man look for in a lover? Welcome back, psychos. Before we get into it, we'd love it if you liked and subscribed to our channel, as well as to click the post notification bell so you never miss a video. Alright, let's get right into it. Starting with number 1. Someone who is able to verbalize their emotions. Despite the INFJ man's ability to read his partner's thoughts and emotions, there's something about the ability to clearly communicate feelings that really grabs this personality type's attention. In fact, being able to put feelings into words is more than just an intriguing quality to an INFJ man, but rather a crucial characteristic for this type of man to go the distance with his lover. If the INFJ's partner doesn't have the ability or courage to speak about how they're feeling, the INFJ man will be left to utilize their extroverted feeling function to the point of exhaustion. While the INFJ woman wouldn't necessarily mind for this to be the case within their romantic connection, it can be extremely difficult for the INFJ man to keep up with over time. Proper emotional communication can save them from hamster wheeling or drawing inaccurate conclusions from their assumptions. Not to mention, since it's not exactly the INFJ's strong suit to display their own emotions, having a safe ground where emotional self-evaluation and open communication is encouraged can do wonders for their own self-understanding. Number 2. Uniqueness, weirdness, and endearing quirks. It's fair to say that the INFJ isn't exactly your run-of-the-mill type of person. They're known for the unique combinations of complexities that make up who they are. And so, it shouldn't come as a surprise that the INFJ man looks for these unique qualities in those they consider for potential romance. In fact, there's nothing that quite catches this type of man's attention than a fellow mysterious misfit. Yes, they value a partner who exudes independence, strength, and confidence, but it's in their quirks and behaviors that the INFJ becomes infatuated by another. Yet, it's not only in these initial stages that this type values uniqueness. In order for the man to truly feel comfortable with another, they need to know that their partner's level of weirdness closely matches with their own. If someone is too normal in the sense of conformity, lifestyle, life views, and hobbies, there may not only be serious disagreements, but the INFJ man may even lose interest in a short period of time. Number 3. Authentic genuineness. No matter the gender, there's nothing the INFJ hates more than fakery. Of course, while this is an important factor for most INFJ women, the INFJ man may be more likely to be fooled by an ingenuine character. For the most part, women in general are usually on high alert for the potential of ulterior motives coming from romantic interest. The INFJ woman shows up skeptical, and it takes a lot to shake her out of this hesitation. For the INFJ man, however, jumping to the conclusion of inauthenticity doesn't usually come until they have a reason for it. So, when their openness is met with a connection that feels genuine at its core, it becomes much easier to be vulnerable. They strongly value someone who can show up as they are and be honest with their shortcomings without unnecessary surprises or unfolding secrets along the way. They love a partner who can own their insecurities and not feel the need to act any more egoistic than necessary. In other words, they hate the idea of interacting with a masked character, and luckily, can usually sense this type of person before things get serious. Number 4. Unwavering humility. Speaking of authenticity and the absence of a heightened ego, there's nothing more attractive to the INFJ man than someone who has it going on, with a noticeable essence of humility. Known for being humble themselves, the INFJ man looks for the same quality in those they're attracted to. Being humble comes only to those who have an honest sense of self-awareness in their own flaws, talents, and areas of improvement. When someone is able to ask for advice without claiming to know everything, is able to own their mistakes, and is simultaneously talented without the need to rub it in others' faces, it's fair to say it won't be long until they catch the INFJ man's attention. In fact, no matter how incredible someone is, if there's no humility in their abilities, it automatically discredits them in the INFJ's eyes. When someone that the INFJ man finds attractive has the power to use their strengths over others, but instead uses it to uplift and teach those around them, it would take some serious flaws for the INFJ man to not consider them. Number 5. Receptivity to their introverted intuition. Not everyone understands the INFJ man. In fact, it's rare to come across someone who is even remotely able to grasp their unique mind. So, when it comes to looking for a romantic interest, this one thing is very important to overall satisfaction. There's nothing that makes the INFJ feel more comfortable and loved than when they have this common comprehension between their mind and the mind of another. With introverted intuition being their main driver, INFJs are able to form unfathomable insights about the world and the people around them, making it the core of who they are as a person. With that being said, even if an INFJ man enjoys every other aspect of a potential partner, if there's a noticeable disconnect between their primary introverted intuitive function and the cognitive functions of another person, it will always feel like something is missing. To the INFJ man, this is a non-negotiable. And although it's a difficult box to check off, it's not worth it for them to settle for anything less. Once they find someone on the same wavelength, someone who truly understands and appreciates their introverted intuition for what it is, the bond created is unlike any other. Number 6. Maternal energy. It's said that the INFJ personality type is very in tune with both their feminine and masculine essence, no matter their gender. For the INFJ man, being able to resonate into their feminine energy comes with its blessings and its challenges. Although it may make them seem rather less masculine in the eyes of society at times, it also allows them the nurturing understanding and empathy in relationships that most men aren't able to contribute. So, when it comes to the qualities they look for in a potential partner, a strong maternal essence allows them to utilize their own femininity without it interfering with the balance of the connection. They look for someone with a warm, inviting, calming, nurturing, and emotionally intelligent spirit who makes them feel secure enough to safely act like themselves. In contrast, someone who has an overly loud or domineering personality would naturally clash with this laid-back type of man. Not to mention, with the common value of tradition amongst INFJ men, proper maternal energy gives them the reassurance that a potential relationship is for the long haul and not just for a little fun in the moment. And lastly, number 7. Overall positivity and optimism. The average INFJ man could be considered optimistic in nature. Yet, despite this positive outlook on their future projections, they often come up against their own doubts, self-criticisms and questioning that leads them to look for reassurance outside of themselves. Of course, this reassurance must come without burdening those around them, making it difficult to reach out to family and friends. So, when they've come across a partner who is naturally reassuring due to their unwavering positivity and optimism, the mind of the INFJ man is instantly put at ease. However, there's a certain type of confidence and experience that is required in order for the introspective INFJ man to truly believe in this optimism. In other words, it doesn't carry the same value when it comes from a place of naivety, but rather through the harsh lessons their potential lover has learned in life. Well, psychos, that's it for today. So, do you agree that every INFJ man looks for these 7 things in his partner? Let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss a video.